EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
On the ready.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Tua sets up to pass it. Tyreek Hill's got another one. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
Here we go.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
46.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Prescott from the gun on third. Open man is Noah Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 24 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Prescott now from the 50. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. From the gun, it's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Ready.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0.
Cowboys, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Cowboys make over first down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Cowboys are able to recover. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A first down throw for Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Prescott to throw it. Touchdown! Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red end zone before going out.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw his Carr. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Carr.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant.
And Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
Touchdown Raiders! Darren Waller, 42 yards.
And the Raiders have come back to make it a 2-point game.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And the kick is no good. How about that? He misses on the extra point, and the score holds at 8-6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Trucks over him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Jacobs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Derek Carr finding his man Hunter Renfrow. And the Raiders are back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes it at the 7. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sam.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
From the gun, it's Carr. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd down and goal. Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Carr going to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They go back to Pollard on second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Carr now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
6-18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Catch made, it's Moreau.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Carr, got to have this one.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And
you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. On 1st down, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Carr to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing his Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their... Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Here's Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Prescott. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a give here to Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.